Free socks.
You're listening to The Chris Carlisle Show, hosted by me, Chris Carlisle. I went on StubHub and I got a ticket to see the Houston Texans play the Los Angeles Chargers in October at Energy Stadium. It'll be the first time I've seen the Texans play in person. I've been to at least 4 Cowboys games. I talked about going to see them for the first time back in 1986 on an earlier episode. Also went to a couple of Oilers games, a preseason game before the 1980 season, and a regular season game in 1992. They had the pre-Labor Day event in Rosebud the other day. I remember when they first started that back in the 80s. It was called the Rosebud Reunion, and it was first held back in 1985 and was held at Legion Park. I remember at the one in 1986, this was when I was going into my junior year in high school. I was walking along by myself when the Heart of Texas Smile girls waved and smiled at me. I went over and talked to them for a bit. They later moved it downtown and changed it to the Rosebud Roundup and moved it to around Homecoming at RL. Story about a song. I Saw the Light. Country and gospel song recorded by Hank Williams in 1947 and released in 1948. Williams was inspired to write the song after his mother said she saw the light while driving him and his band home from a show in 1947. The song's tune has been compared to a few other songs, like the Scottish folk song Bonnie Charlie, as well as the song He Set Me Free, written by Aubrey Brumley and sung by the Chuckwagon Gang. Williams's biographer, Colin Escott, observed that the song is a prayer of a backslider who hopes for redemption. Williams recorded the song on April 21st, 1947, who held off on releasing the song. He recorded it for MGM, by the way. That created an opportunity for Clyde Grubb to record it on August 13th, 1947 for RCA Records, and he was backed by his Tennessee Valley Boys. MGM Records finally released Williams' version in September of 1948, but it wasn't copyrighted until November of that year. Now, Williams often closed his shows with the song, and he sang it on an appearance on Kate Smith's Evening Hour on March 26, 1952, with the rest of the cast joining in. However, it wasn't a commercial success for Williams. However, in time it became a country and gospel standard. The song was ranked first on CMT's 20 Greatest Songs of Faith in 2005. Williams' biopic, I Saw the Light, starring British actor Tom Hiddleston, who of course plays Loki in the Thor movies, got its name from the song. And Elizabeth Olsen, who's the Scarlet Witch, she played his first wife, Audrey. And the song has also been sung by various artists from different genres. Country music legend Roy Acuff led several other legends in a rendition of the song at Williams' funeral after Williams died on New Year's 1953. And another legend, Johnny Cash, sang the song on an episode of Columbo. And I saw a rerun of that episode one time. Alright, here's another story I found in my Chicken Soup for the Soul book. The book is called Read, Laugh, Repeat. 101 Laugh Out Loud Stories from Amy Newmark. The story is called The Great Table Caper, and it was contributed by Ann Denise Carson, who tells the story of taking her dogs out for a walk, stopping at a coffee shop, tying the dogs to a table, and while she was inside getting some tea, one of the dogs decided to take off, dragging the table and the other dog with him. She went after them, running until an employee from a Michael's store managed to get the dogs to stop. He got them untied from the table, he took it back to the coffee shop, and she begged him a pie to thank him for helping her. Now on the birthday page, on Wednesday is actor Chris Tucker. Wednesday also would have been my mama's birthday. She was born on August 31st, 1940. She would have been 82. On a Thursday, actress Lily Tomlin, singer Barry Gibb, talk show host Dr. Phil McGraw, singer Gloria Estefan. On Friday, it's Pro Football Hall of Famer Terry Bradshaw, actor Mark Harmon, actress Linda Pearl, actress Salma Hayek, and actor Keanu Reeves. On Saturday, it's actor Charlie Sheen. Now, on TV, on Wednesday, there's new episodes of Big Brother and The Challenge USA, both on CBS. New episodes of DC Stargirl and Wellington on the CW. New episodes of MasterChef on Fox. New episode of America's Got Talent on NBC. Although it's one new episode of MasterChef on Fox. There are two new episodes of Court Cam on A&E. A new episode of The Zoo on Animal Planet. A new episode of Vicious on BET. Back-to-back new episodes of Expedition Unknown on Discovery. Then on Thursday, there's new episodes of Press Your Luck and Generation Gap on ABC. Friday, new episodes of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After on TLC and Ghost Adventures on Travel. On Saturday, there's a new episode of Cold Case Files on A&E and a new movie called Marry Me in Yosemite on Hallmark. On Sunday, there's a new episode of Big Brother on CBS, a new episode of Biography WWE Legends WrestleMania 1 and WWE Rivals on A&E. On Monday, new episodes of The Bachelorette and Claim to Fame on ABC. Don't Forget the Lyrics and Beat Shazam on Fox. And a new episode of American Ninja Warrior on NBC. And then on Tuesday, there's a new episode of Password on NBC and a new episode of Deadliest Catch on Discovery. In Texas high school football action, Cameron Yale beat Lago Vista 71-35. Lake Belton beat Rouse 47-21 for its first win in varsity competition. Rogers beat Little River Academy 29-23, and Temple beat McKinney 17-10. Now, some of the shows I remember watching on Saturday when I was a kid back in the 70s on Saturday mornings were the cartoons were Scooby-Doo, Super Friends, The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour, Tarzan Lord of the Jungle, Hong Kong Phooey, The Great Grape Ape, The New Adventures of Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder, with Adam West and Burt Ward reprising the roles from the 1960s live-action series, and Star Trek the Animated Series with William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelly, and the rest of the cast, except for Walter Koenig, who played Chekhov. Chekhov was replaced in the show by an alien named Erix, and was voiced by James Doohan, who played Scotty. Koenig also did write an episode for the series, and there are also some live-action shows like Shazam, The Secrets of Isis, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, Jason F. Star Command, Part 2, and Land of the Lost. Here's an OMG fact for you. 7-Up, which was invented in 1920, contained lithium, the drug now commonly prescribed to sufferers of bipolar disorder. The story about the song I Saw the Light came from an article by Claudia Johnson. And the What's on TV came from TV Guide. Chris Carlisle Show is presented by Chris Carlisle's Podcasts and is written by, produced by, and hosted by Chris Carlisle. Hit the download button, leave a like, a review, and a follow. Hi, I'm Chris, and thank you for listening to my podcast, The Chris Carlisle Show. The Chris Carlisle Show is available on Spreaker. Please leave a like and a review, and also a follow. It's also available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Podchaser, and Podcast Addict. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you, and come back now.